Now, if I did that for the entire presentation, you would be relying purely on non-verbal communication and somewhat on earth I just said. I just basically said, my name is Stephen Gill, and I'm doing a presentation on non-verbal education. Communication education. At the end of the day, the only true non-verbal communication is the written word. Blank text on a page is the only form of expression that does not involve non-verbal communication. Everything else around you involves it. Okay? There are many different formats. There's a mixed format where you usually involve pacing, spoken word, pause, loudness, pitch, and silence. And pure non-verbal communications, gestures, eye gaze, you know it. You've looked at them the past few days. You know, your senses, your smell, your ears. They're all ways of communicating non-verbally. How did you learn how to do this? You learned from your parents, learned from your friends, learned here in school. Basically, non-verbal communication is like an instinct which has grown on you and been taught to you over your lifetime and over the lifetime of generations past. We're talking about genetics. Okay? This is just a selection of photos to help describe what non-verbal communication is. There's no writing there. You don't have to read anything. Okay? That's the importance of non-verbal communication. It's in the way you dress. Okay? It's in what you wear, it's how you smell, it's how you treat people around you. It's been going on for a very, very long time. It's actually used all the time around you as well by business in advertising. We're learning today in graphics and about colours. That's non-verbal communication. How to make them bounce out, how to make them hide. It's all non-verbal communication. It's all around you all the time. If anybody does not know what non-verbal communication is, it's because you haven't labelled it yet. You've actually learned how to do it since the day you were actually born. So, we're stuck here. At the end of the day, you learn how to communicate with it. When you actually talk, when I'm talking to you right now, you're looking at everything around you. You're looking at the signs I've got here, the pictures I've got up there. That's my family. But what I'm telling you is only a small part of it. As was already pointed out, 35% of it is by me speaking, the rest is all non-verbal communication. The way I dress, the way I stand. If I had this hoodie up like this, I'd be actually completely different than if it was out open like this. I'm trying to actually project my voice to you. Everything is so important when it comes to non-verbal communication that I can stand here at the end of the day, you are already communicating with me regardless of whether I say anything or not. So, a person gives us information and we associate certain meanings to it depending on our own experience. What we've learned from the past is how we interpret the communication that I'm trying to give you right now. Okay? So, at the end of the day, when we actually give a presentation like this, we are communicating all the time. I'm giving you more information than I intend, you're receiving that information, you're interpreting it and giving your own opinion on me. Even now, each and every one of you. And your own experience actually dictates how you interpret that information. Some people make you think that I'm okay, some people probably think I'm an idiot. It's okay, it's how you interpret it. Okay, you are actually continually learning and adapting your communications based on what you've learned. You've learned so much today that yesterday will be completely different matter. You've learned so much. 24 hours makes a big difference on how you actually learn to interpret the communication. And so, at the end of the day, you are continuously learning. It's not something you can actually just dictate on a page, because that is not non-verbal communication. This is non-verbal communication. And this is what I'm trying to make aware of you today. Any questions? Anything? Hand gestures.
Did you find that difficult to research?
I actually found reading the books very, very tedious. Unfortunately, I found that I learned more from going to Google about this than I actually did reading the books, because there's just so many scenarios. It's almost impossible to read and actually pull something out of.
We didn't know your introduction.
your main body and protein flow together nicely, or were they a bit bumpy?
They were a bit bumpy. I probably didn't highlight that this was my introduction. I didn't highlight that this was my conclusion. I tried to actually keep it flowing. It is bumpy, yes, but that's why I had these going on in the background, so that I could just speak and communicate the way else it dictates in the actual presentation. Right.
What was the? Why did you bring in personal images?
I can't.
What did you think?
I brought in personal photographs because that's me. I'm trying to present who I am, and this is who I am. This is my mentality. My family is my biggest part of my life, and I'm quite open with that. And so are my family. Actually, if it wasn't on this presentation, my wife would have put it on Facebook by now. You know, so I have no problems with it whatsoever.